All right, looks like we're on. Welcome to another. I wanted to come to you today to talk to you about a few things. Wanted to dive into some of the questions that I've received about, well, how did I get to where I am to be able to be financially free? One of the main things that I chose to do was investigate passive income. So I want to talk to you a little bit about that today. But before we dive into that, wanted to say just welcome to another beautiful Winning Wednesday. I hope it's sunny where you are. It's absolutely beautiful here, but it's hot, it's humid, and honestly, you won't catch me outside much today for sure. Me and his hair having a moment. This is where you get it right before you go live. This is crazy. Me and my bang. Y'all can laugh at me later. We can talk about it offline. But wanted to stop and talk with you guys today just a little bit about passive income. Talked to some family the other day. I had the pleasure an amazing time spending time with my aunt, my uncle, my cousins. Really needed to take that breath and really needed to take that moment just to relax, refresh, renew. And I'm so grateful for them, their support, their love. Seeing family members I hadn't even met yet. So take the time if you haven't, if you have the opportunity and it's safe where they are, where you are, to connect, make that connection, and make sure you're bonding with people on a regular basis so that you can stay whole and stay sane and stay focused on your goals. So, wanted to talk a little bit today about passive income strategies. So first, I'm going to talk about what passive income is. Passive income is really that way that you go about making money without working hard, per se. You're making money in your sleep in some instances. You're not putting forth an 8-hour day to grind it out to create that flow of income. And I highly encourage as many streams of income as you can possibly manage without stressing yourself, without losing focus of your family and your personal goals, creating that balance. Of course, I'm always going to encourage balance in your life. So, wanted to focus really on one specific way to create passive income, and that is looking at the stock market. So, the stock market tends to ignite fear in some people because they don't have the resources to fully understand how to trade, how to begin to trade. They don't know where to begin to gain the knowledge to learn how to trade. And in a conversation that I had with my cousin this weekend, we began to talk about what that looks like. How do you get started? How do you encourage people? How do you remove the fear of entering the stock market? Well, one way to enter the stock market at absolutely zero risk to you is paper trading. A lot of people don't know that that exists, but there is a tool called paper money. Paper money is not requiring you to invest one single penny of your hard-earned income. What paper money is simply a tool in your trading tool. I personally like TD Ameritrade. I like the setup. I like the educational tools, and they offer ways to use paper money. What paper money does is allow you to play in the stock market. You begin to learn how to place an order, which is when you're going to purchase a stock or, excuse me, a mutual fund, futures, forex, whatever it may be. I'm going to focus simply on stock today. So that paper money can be used to test out what you think may be a good purchase so that you can watch it for a while. So you would purchase that one stock, multiple stocks, whatever that paper money allows you to do, however you set up your account. Once you've made that purchase, you watch it. You literally watch how the market moves. Is it going up on this day? Well, what is driving it to go up? Are they changing things within the organization? Did they make changes in their leadership? Did they sell a portion of their company? Did they buy a new company to expand company? And you look at their cash flow sheets, which is a little bit more detailed, but you can actually find a lot of the stuff for free on the company's website to see how are they using their money. Has it been successful for them? One of the other tools that I use to align with looking at the stock market is simply free. It's Yahoo Finance. You can go out there and look at any company, look at their trends over multiple years to see how that stock moved over time, up and down. And you can begin to learn what time of the year even to purchase a stock with them, and when to sell. To be some market expert, but I'm going to share with you the tools and tips that I've learned. So this is not me telling you to go out and purchase stocks, not at all. But I would say if it's in you and you're wondering how the stock market works, try paper. I am not being paid by them. They're just a tool that I actually like to use. And I think it would be beneficial for other people if you're interested in trading. Yes, it can be high risk, but there's also high reward if you take the time to actually learn how to navigate the stock market. So I would highly encourage you just to go and read about it. They have so many free classes through TD Ameritrade that you with how the stocks move, what the ticker tape is telling you, when you can actually purchase Monday through Friday, what hours the stock market is open. There's a lot to learn, but there's a free way to do it. So you don't have to go and sink a lot of money. I know a lot of people have a misconception I have to lose thousands of dollars before I actually learn how to navigate the stock market. That's not true. You don't. There's free ways to accomplish that and gain the knowledge and gain the strength, I guess you could say, to feel confident about navigating the market as well. So I would highly encourage you to try out the classes, open a free account, play with the paper money. None of it costs you a dime, but you learn how to navigate to potentially invest and begin to build another stream or even your first stream of passive income. I am not a day trader. That's a little more intense. When I do invest in the stock market, I literally set it and forget it. And what I mean by that is I will purchase stocks, excuse me, and I won't touch them. A lot of times I will leave them there for a certain period of time. There may be a quarterly payout for the ones that are high yield, and that just means that there's a when they pay out, and reinvest. Purchase something. Most of the time it's reinvesting it and putting it into another stock or letting it sit until there's enough that I want to purchase a specific stock. So that is kind of a personal method that I use when really kind of tapping into the stock market, and that's worked for me over the past few years. I continue to invest for me, learning to invest for my son even. I'm purchasing stocks on his behalf, so when it's his day, he'll already have money set aside, and his money will be making money, and he didn't do a thing. So that is my little tip today. But what I would like to ask before I let you guys go is to think about a few things in regards to passive income still. One, why don't you stop to create a list of ways you could passively create income? I do a few things. I do have a book that's published through Amazon that creates income for me, and I self-published that book. That was for when I was in healthcare, and it still works because I do still work with some of those organizations now. I am leaping into a different genre of books, and I'll be doing that under a pen name, so no, you'll never even find me. But I do love to write, and it's a wonderful way to let go of my creative side and just have fun. It's one of my outlets, and it's a way to create passive income. To find a publishing group even better, that moves even faster, and you tend to get paid up front a lot of times when they take you on. So that's one way to do it, but it's not passive immediately because you of course have to write the book, but then once it's being sold, you can turn it into an audiobook, you can turn it into a regular book, hard copy, electronic, multiple ways that you can approach that. So that is another way in which you can create passive income. Learning how to create courses, there are several different platforms in which you can put courses on. Once you've created it, allow people to go and purchase them. I'm in the process of developing that. And there are so many other ways that I would highlight ways in which you can create passive income. Now, yes, some of it will create work up front, but long term, it will allow you to make money when you're on vacation, when you're asleep, just things to consider. The last thing I want to remind you of is we are approaching Free Friday. Free Friday, 2 days away, and I have absolutely loved your comments, your responses. Probably each week to give you hope, give you laughter for some of the things that have been shared. And I do get permission before I share with each person's comment, but I don't put their names on the comment. So feel free to send me DMs and share comments even on the board. So, or if you know me personally, you can send me text messages. I don't mind. So I want to say this about Free Friday. We have kids, a lot of us do. And we can turn Free Friday into a great bonding experience with our family. Free Friday should be fun. I know at first it's a little bit challenging and maybe even a little bit painful because you want to go spend or you want to go shop, and to have that shift in mind first of all. But I want to talk specifically to parents of younger children. It's summertime. We're going on vacations. Our children are home a lot more and they're wanting a lot more. So I want to encourage you to turn it into a game. Create a reward that is free for you and them, whether it's more time up in the evening or they can choose what's for breakfast. But get them involved with creating that family time for Free Friday, or even that fun time for themselves where they're doing an independent. If you have multiple kids, the one that creates the most creative way to accomplish that, create a prize for them, make it a game so that they can begin to understand not spending can be fun. Long term, start to share with them your savings goals if you're comfortable and if they're of an age to understand. Teach them what it is to talk about the stock market, like how we've talked a little bit about today. Make so that when they hear things and they go places and people are talking about the stock market, your child looks like a genius because they've stopped to tune in and they're actually participating in an educated conversation along the way. So those are my 2 or 3 tidbits for today. Just a little bit of encouragement for you to stop to think about passive income, learn about the stock market, play with it by using paper money. And one of the tools that I use is TD Ameritrade. You can always send me a message or you can add a message on here. I do respond to comments. But as always, thank you for your support. Thank you for your shares. Thank you for your likes. And we'll continue with Winning Wednesday as long as you guys are willing to listen. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and rest of your week and start planning for Free Friday. Make it a great day, y'all.